Good morning and welcome to Brewing Happiness. I am getting ready for vacation today. I'm so excited. We will be heading up the coast of California up to the mountains in Northern California near Sacramento to a place called Mono Hot Springs, very top of the mountain, full of, oh, you guessed it, hot springs. And good lakes for fishing and hiking, and it's very remote. In fact, it's so remote there's very little internet. It's no connection. In fact, in order to get a connection, you have to actually walk over to the general store and be in the general store or sit outside. There's no connectivity anywhere else. And so I'm so looking forward to unplugging and relaxing, and a little bit of I'm a little trepidation about going. I'm very busy. I've got a lot to do. I keep thinking I just really can't take 12 days out of the middle of this very busy schedule. But yet, vacation, so good for us. Studies showed that Americans left 705 million vacation days unused last year. Almost half of Americans who have paid vacation days at their disposal left them unused. Why would you not use your vacation days? Well, maybe you think you're too busy, right? I'm just too busy at work. I can't afford to take time off, or I'm too important. They can't afford to be without me at this time. Maybe you know someone like this. Maybe you know someone who's proud of their accumulated vacation days that they do not take. Or maybe you know someone who was forced to take vacation. Right? This might be a mistake, because science shows, and we're going to talk about today, that vacation, specifically traveling, is one of the top ideas, one of the top bullets on the list of things that make you happy. Nothing scores happier. Very few things score happier than vacation. So let's pay attention today, because we're talking directly about how to be happier, and it's all about vacation. This today is all about vacation. Research shows vacation is good for you. Bottom line. Good morning, Debbie. Vacation is good for your health, for your mindset, for your happiness, and even your career. That's right. Even your boss wants you to take a vacation. So good morning, and welcome to Brewing Happiness. And if you're here on the replay, welcome. So happy to have you. Leave me a note. Love to know if you're loving the show. If you like what I have to say today and you'd like to have some notes on it just to remind you of all the goodness, leave me a note, show notes, and I'll send you the notes that I use to do the show each day. So, good morning. And maybe this is you, right? Maybe what we're talking about is you prioritizing work over vacation time, right? Maybe sometimes we all think a little extra hustle, a little extra dedication is going to pay off, and maybe it's going to lead to that promotion or the next great thing at work. But honestly, truth is, studies show, the numbers are behind me. Neuroscience proves it, that not taking vacation, you're just really setting yourself up for fatigue and burnout, right? What do they say? All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy, or Jill a dull girl. We're not designed to work constantly without a break. Our brains, it's like a machine, right? Got to get turned off once in a while and take a rest. So anyway, vacation is not just for fun. We think, well, vacation is an indulgence, right? We almost feel guilty because we're going to step out of the responsibilities of daily life and take some time for ourselves, right? But it's not just for fun. Vacation is amazing. Think of it as it's healthy. It's good for your health. It's good for your well-being, because vacations have amazing benefits. better mental health, better physical health, increased happiness, longer life. These are all big dogs on the let's get in our lives category, right? These are things you want. Now, why should you take your vacation? Like I said, you're busy. You got stuff to do. What's going to happen if you're not there? Things are going to fall apart if you are. And what's going to be there waiting for you when you get back? Because everyone knows no one's doing your work while you're gone. So you're going to have a big glut of work when you come back. We all know this, right? So why should I take a vacation? Let's get specific. Number one, you earned it. If you have paid vacation days at work and you don't take them, that is like giving back part of your paycheck. It's part of your compensation plan. You earned it. It's part of your paycheck. Take it. Take the vacation time. In the long run, as we're going to talk about it. Good morning, Mary Ann. In the long run, vacation will pay you back, even though it feels like you're taking your eye off the ball. The truth is, in the end, the benefits far outseed the temporary glitch in your forward momentum. So, here's something maybe you didn't know. Planning your vacation. Did you know planning your vacation makes you almost as happy as the vacation itself? That's one of the great things about vacations or travel is that the happiness from them is before, during, and after. You get happiness from planning it, from anticipating it, from thinking about it, from imagining yourself laying on the beach, from imagining yourself going fishing, taking a hike, going shopping, whatever you're going to do on your vacation. You start the happiness right there. Then you go do it. Of course, it's happy when you do it. You're on vacation, right? All the stresses are gone. You're there. The purpose is to have fun, right? And then afterwards, you get to remember it. Tell the stories. Tuck those away in your favorite memories to pull out when you got a minute you want to remind yourself of a happy moment, right? So, research, planning, dreaming about vacations make us almost as happy as the vacation themselves. Well, that's bonus happiness right there, right? According to a study from Erasmus University in Rotterdam, we experience the biggest happiness uptick right before, in the time leading up to vacation. In fact, anticipating vacation might actually make us happier than the vacation itself. And then travel makes us happy, right? Travel makes us happy. Some people hate travel, sure, but those that travel regularly consistently score higher on a happiness meter than those who do not. I can't argue with statistics, right? And travel doesn't have to be exotic, right? A staycation can be awesome. I'll bet you there are things you have not seen within 50 miles of your house that you could be out exploring every day, right? It doesn't have to be an exotic beat of travel, but doing something new. The idea is stepping outside of your comfort zone and doing something you've not done before. These experiences is what make us happy, right? It gives us self-confidence. Travel gives us self-confidence. Why? And let's forget, and when I say the word travel, I'm using travel and vacation interchangeably here because you can travel and still stay home. If you don't have the money or you don't have the time for an exotic vacation, get in your car, make a day trip out of it. Still travel in my book, right? But travel gives you self-confidence because you're stepping out of your comfort zone. You're doing new things. You have to use your brain every day, every minute. You are truly present in the moment because it's all new, right? There's no this old thing that you go on autopilot. All brand new. And what happens when you travel? You make new friends. Well, you have to. You don't have any old friends hanging around, right? Unless you're traveling with friends. But most of the time, you are meeting people all the time. Other people on vacation, locals who are providing the entertainment or the food that you're eating or whatever. You're meeting people all the time, and you're forced to be maybe friendlier than you are at home because you got to have some human interactions, right? And what happens? You start making friends, and then when you get back, you find maybe making friends is a little easier. The more you travel, the more you go out of your way to make connections with people you don't know, people who maybe are different culturally than you are. the easier doing that at home becomes. And so travel skills can translate back to your skills at home, right? So, and you get to disconnect from social media. One of the things I'm most looking forward on my upcoming vacation is stepping away from social media, which I love, which I use, which I'm so happy to stay connected with my cousins in the Midwest and my friend Marianne in Africa and my friend Joanne in England. I mean, I have friends all over the world that I know and love through social media, but it can be draining sometimes. It can require a lot of you. It's one more thing we have to do. So checking out from social media, enjoying actually the scenery, right? What's right in front of us, actually doing and being involved in what we're doing. That's vacation. And you get new memories. Again, your friends have heard all your stories, right? They're happy for you to go on vacation and do some new things and come back with some new great stories to share. Everyone loves that. And travel is learning. You can't help it. You're someplace new. You're going someplace and doing something you have not done before. Learning is accidental at this point, right? You are going to learn some new things, but maybe even on purpose. Maybe you are going to learn something you didn't even know you wanted to know. Sometimes travel can find us and teach us and give us something that we were missing, that we didn't know we were missing. And again, we can take that home with us and explore that farther. Keeps your brain active. All this newness, all this thinking, keeping your brain active. There's a Chinese saying, that a man is wiser for traveling 1,000 miles than for studying 1,000 scrolls. Learn all you want in books, but there's nothing like going there, doing it, being there, right? Okay, health. Let's talk about your health. Vacation and health. This is not just a gimmick. It's not just something that travel people made up to make you feel better. There are definite health benefits in vacation, even short vacations, even an afternoon vacation. Good for us. It brings enhanced cardio health because we relax. We reduce the cortisol in our system. We reduce our hypertensions, right? As we relax, we get enhanced cardio health, lowered blood pressure, improved sleep, mental clarity. I should vacation every day, right? It reduces the risk for this thing called a metabolic syndrome, right? This is a very bad thing. It's a cluster of issues that lead to stroke. Heart risk, high blood pressure, belly fat, high cholesterol. Did a study, people took more vacation, had fewer of the symptoms or the issues that lead to stroke. Had less metabolic syndrome the more they vacationed. It's a direct corollary, an inverse relationship. The more correlation of -1. If you love math, the more you travel, the less of the metabolic metabolic syndrome that you will have. It relieves work-related stresses. Sometimes we get stressed from work, right? You got a back issue because maybe you carry heavy things. You have time-induced stress, muscle tension, headaches. Well, once those daily stresses, I don't have to worry if I don't have an important meeting tomorrow. I don't have to get this stuff moved before the foreman comes back. I don't have to get vacation. All we got to worry about today is where are we going to have lunch, right? So all those things are reduced and you get benefit from stepping back from the fight or flight angst of day-to-day work. A study from the State University of New York in Oswego followed 12,000 men over a couple of years, measured the overall health impact of yearly vacations on their health, right? And they found that those who vacationed regularly decreased their mortality rate by 20%. Oh my God, this is significant. 20%. People live they have a 20% chance to live longer because you're vacationing, because you're reducing those stresses, because you're giving yourself a break. And they have a whole industry now called wellness travel, right? You've seen it. You can go to Bali and do a yoga seminar or go to Costa Rica and float down a river, but go someplace and go get meditation or retrieve even medical treatment. So now we have a whole industry based on travel because we've recognized the benefits, the well-being, the happiness that travel brings to our lives. And it boosts your it boosts your brain power. Checking out, relaxing, getting back in touch with you creates space, right? When you are busy every day, when you are so worried about getting the kids to school, getting that report done on time, getting home in time to get dinner, get the kids in bed, they got a big day. When you are so caught up in that, you're busy every minute. Your body is in a clenched, stressful, got to get it done mode all the time, right? There's no creativity happening in that space. You're not writing poetry or making art or singing great songs in that space, right? It requires some space, some relaxation inside of us. Taking time off increases your capacity for new knowledge by, think of your brain as so tight like this, and you take a vacation and it kind of relaxes. Now there's some space, right, for some new stuff to come in. When your brain is relaxed, that's when it consolidates knowledge and brain power. It cannot do this while you are stressed. Neuroscience is very clear on this. This is not even my opinion. There's many studies. Neuroscience is very clear here that your aha moment, great ideas, new thinking, out of the box thinking, things that have never been seen before, all happen in a relaxed state. This is why you have great ideas in the shower or when you're on your bicycle ride, right? Or when you're on vacation. Because the relaxed state, again, brain relaxes, creates some space for new thoughts, new ideas to find us, to flow in from the collective, to spring up from it. You love my visuals. I'm so visual this morning. To spring up from inside, from that little place where all of us connect and listen to what's out there. Adam Galinsky, a professor and chair at Columbia Business School, has done many studies that link travel to creativity, right? He says, but new experiences increase both our cognitive flexibility and the depth of thought, our ability to make connections that we've never seen before. We always talk about patterns. Our brain loves patterns. It loves making connections. And vacation is a setting where you get to be relaxed and present in the moment. And you are creating the atmosphere or creating the conditions, the brain conditions for new ideas to come in. In one study, creative directors of fashion houses were discovered that those who lived overseas created more consistently creative fashion lines as judged by their peers and the folks in their industry, right? And they discovered that the key was that those that lived in a diverse, multicultural society where a system that requires them to interact with locals, requires them to engage in the local culture and environment, it's all different. You're getting all these travel experiences in their daily lives, consistently more creative. This is interesting. So a few years ago, my youngest son, Ben, decided to take a trip to Thailand. We thought he was crazy. He just decided one day he was going to Thailand by himself. What? He didn't know anyone there. He didn't have a friend there. And he was going to decide to backpack. He had a backpack, and he says, I'm going to backpack all over Thailand. Well, as a mother, I was quite concerned because what are you talking about? This is craziness. But he was determined, and he did it. And by the way, he had the trip of a lifetime, rode an elephant, lived in a Nepal little village, went to an earth festival that people come from all over the world, rode an elephant, played with a tiger. I don't know. He had some amazing experiences. But the thing I remember him talking about, he had planned to be gone for 6 months. And I think he came home after about 4.5 or 5 months. He says, boy, Mom, it's just exhausting to have to think about where you're going to eat, where you're going to sleep, what are you going to do. You don't think about how much work it is. or he didn't say or how different it is, how you have to think about everything. You have to be aware every moment, all the time. That was really interesting to me. I had never thought about travel that way before. And he wasn't complaining. He really wasn't complaining. He was making the observation of how different his life was when he lived it away from everything that was familiar to him, and how much we switch to an autopilot in our day-to-day familiarity, and how much different it was, how much it requires. But in that requirement of, what's that requirement is just paying attention, being present in the moment, learning new things, observing new things, making new friends, right? Maybe you don't want to live like that all the time, but there's certainly time for that in everyone's life. All right, back to our list. Vacation improves your sleep. No stress. You got no important meetings in the morning. You're not checking your watch because you don't have to be anywhere. Like, again, what are we having for lunch tomorrow? That's about the biggest decision you're going to make, right? And studies showed that not only did your sleep, so they showed that people got up to an extra hour of sleep on vacation and slept deeper. And then the study showed that extra sleep and that goodness from that extra rest lasted long past the vacation. That the new habit, the new sleep patterns came home with you, at least for a while, right? That's why you got to keep taking vacations. Everything wears off. Vacation increases your mindfulness. Again, you have to pay attention to everything. You can't help but maybe feel more present and stimulated without your day-to-day stresses. And where does your mind go sometimes without those things hijacking our thoughts? They go inward, right? So we have some time for self-reflection. We do some inner work. We're being bombarded with new thoughts and experiences. And of course that starts touching our triggers, tickling our fancies, making us want to think about things more. When we travel, we break our normal routine, right? So everything's different. And it's an opportunity to be really present and aware. You're being invited. In fact, you're being almost forced, right, to move into a state of awareness that we say we strive for every day. A research study in the Journal of Positive Psychology reports that vacation and meditation kind of have overlapping effects. You get the same goodness from vacation as you get from meditation, right? Higher levels of well-being, increased mindfulness, a feeling of peace. And at the end of the day, if you're leaving those vacation days on the table, if you're not taking them, if it just sounds like too much trouble or too much money, just remember, first of all, your employer wants you to go on vacation. Okay. People who do not take vacations get burned out, less likely to be productive. You are more productive as an employee when you take regular vacations. Studies prove this, right? Nobody can keep it up forever without taking. Your brain needs a break. People who take vacations are less likely to leave the company, have a little more loyalty, have a little more stay with it, appreciate the time off. In fact, many successful companies understand this, and they offer generous travel or vacation perks. Some companies offer even a stipend for travel for your vacation. Other companies, I just read, Netflix, Tinder, Dropbox offer unlimited days off. Yes, as long as you're getting your job done, right? Companies recognize happier employees make better employees. More travel makes happier employers. Happier employers are more productive. Employers, give your people travel. So, at the end of the day, we know that new experiences in travel is nothing but new experiences. Rejuvenate the mind and the body, right? Any list you read about things to make you happier, any list of easy ways to get happier includes travel, includes vacation, includes new experiences, new locations, new people, new cultures. the experiences of these things make us happy. And again, it's a threefer because the anticipation of this trip, the trip itself, and the memories you bring back with you all score highly, very high on the happiness ranking list. So, happy before, during, and after gives you big bangs for your bucks for vacation, right? Vacation happiness endures. Not only does it endure, it rubs off. When you come back from vacation, you are at such a heightened happiness state that is rubbing off on the people around you. And again, you are becoming that happiness ambassador, exponentially sending off happiness sparks that are touching everyone around you and making them a little bit happier too. So, escape your daily schedule. Even if it's just for an afternoon. If it's for a weekend, even better. A week? Yeah. What did I say before? I think I said on a different show, 11 days was the max, I have to go back and look what the actual best number of days for vacation is, but we're going for 12 days. So I'm pretty excited about that. Escape your daily schedule. Find yourself. Reconnect with your inner self. Release your stress. Release your tension and get a little happier, and then bring that happiness home to everyone around you. And in the meantime, it's vacation. So that's our show for today. I hope you have a vacation to look forward to, or maybe you just got end of summer. Maybe you just got back from one that you're still kind of living on the memories. Maybe you don't have one in your plans or in store for you, so you want to start thinking about it. How are you going to get away? It's good for you, good for everybody around you. So until tomorrow, make it a happy day.